All right, y'all. Welcome back to Mario Kart 8. I'm gonna just play offline because my internet connection is not strong enough to play online. I know why it is, and I was gonna do it. I don't care. So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do some get some. Oh man,
Mario Kart is great no matter if you online or off. The game's magnificent.
yeah. I'm just really trying to drive. But so in the last episode, we told y'all about this. Well, shit, if you was here, you was here. But it gets better. It gets more better. So the last episode, okay, go ahead. Let me
Background information. If you know me, and you know him, and you know those of us in our crew, if we want to get you, we can get you, and we can really make it hurt. Seriously. Even if it's just verbally, we can get you, and we can really, really, really make it hurt. This guy here, proceeds, tell me that amongst all the trash talk, he pretty much tells me that he was done with me because he has to go watch his grandkids. And I said, whoa, wait. I was like, you got grandchildren and this is what you do all day? I said, I feel bad for your kids. I said, I feel bad for those kids. Mind you, that was light. If you know me, I hate to bring this up again because the homeboy hates it. But back in the day, I pissed off my homeboy so bad by trolling and talking reckless that he got so pissed.
Yeah.
In the middle of the road, he got out the car. Mind you.
Well, it wasn't just you.
No. Hold on. This was before that other person who was with me doing it got to that ruthless level.
Oh, God.
It's like I always say, if you want to know where he got it from, he got it from me. I was a certified grade A asshole, and I thought it was funny to be that.
Only difference is, like, he's still there. Because he's got nothing to lose. His life is great. So he has all the right in the world to continue to be a dick.
And so, yeah, like, I was so bad, I even made one of my best friends stop the car, get out, in the middle of the road. Mind you, when he was telling me to stop the car so he could get out, I was like, man, shut your bitch ass up. I ain't stopping this car, you pussy. Mind you, his mama was sitting right there in the passenger seat. I did this in front of his mama. Mind you, I'm not serious. I'm just talking trash.
Yeah,
I'm just playing. She knows it.
I'm just playing.
She knows it, and at the time, she knew that we like to pick on and pester him. Mind you, he's older than both of us technically.
Not technically, literally.
But,
literally older than us.
And so, I can run it so hard that at the end of it, you will want to jump off a bridge. Or throw yourself down a flight of steps.
Everybody has a breaking point.
It can get that bad.
And it depends on, like, who you are as a person if you give a fuck about that breaking point. And
man,
it goes beyond that. It also, like, goes to you have no idea what somebody's gone through either that day or in their life. And if you choose to just like, yeah, I'm going to be a dick today to you specifically, that's how Columbine happens. So it's not a good idea.
Man.
We are not justifying this.
No, it's
at all.
No.
Like,
no, everybody had a yesterday. This
yeah.
is a part of my yesterday. This is who I am today. So, everybody's got a breaking point. As he said, I found it, I exposed it, and I ran it dry. I kicked down that breaking point like a mug for S's and G's. Literally, for S's and G's. Damn, son, you'll be willing to do that to one of your best friends? I thought it was
he
funny.
was my friend. That's the thing. Of course I my friend.
I thought it was funny. No, he did not think it was funny. He was severely pissed off. Severely. We had to go find him to pick him back up. We didn't know where he went. He was that mad.
Oh, man.
But,
I know who it is, by the way.
Look,
like,
yeah.
if y'all are like, yeah, he's been on the channel,
yeah.
by the way. Yeah, I know exactly who it is. I've heard the story before. And, yeah, like, it's one of those things where it's like, friends tend to, okay, look. If you've never watched any of my other videos, go find you know what? Watch my The Last of Us Part 2 playthrough with Nightfire. I hear the way I talk to him, and I don't necessarily always feel bad about it, but sometimes I do, and I still don't say shit, because a lot of the times it's like he's pushed me just by being who he is, because I forgot what the fuck it was. And like I think I made a joke. I was trying to like start a bit, and he shot it in the foot. And I was like, "Yeah, thank you for being completely useless. Appreciate it." And like I kind of meant it. I did. I kind of meant it. Cause I was like, there was like a whole opening for conversation there, and you gave me nothing to work with. Appreciate it. Like, yeah, great. But that's how friends do friends. Like, it is what it, and y'all might think, like, guys are so, like, dude, the way females do their friends, at least from what we've experienced, is so much worse. Like, they hate each other for real and will pretend in front of their friends' faces.
Yeah.
We talk to each other like we fucking hate them, and we don't. We will fight you for our friends, straight up. But it's like, at the end of the day,
absolutely.
it really does come down to, like, man, why you fucking with him? Come on, like, he told you he wasn't in the mood. It's like, well, he shouldn't have said that. Like, he asked me to make fun of him.
Man, and it's like, yeah, I would justify my reasoning to be an asshole. Certified. And I pride myself on being that. I've done things and said things to my friends to where they shouldn't have been my friend afterwards. Like, straight up.
Also guilty of that.
But
completely guilty of that. Males and females.
So, oh yeah, anybody can get it.
We are not sexist.
Like the homie say, equal rights and equal left.
We are not sexist by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh yeah, like man. And so anyway, so what I'm getting at is, nobody loses the asshole within them. They're just now surrounded. Those that say they do are just now surrounded in situations
I could have had this
where it's not called for.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, yeah, you can take a nigga out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the nigga.
Well,
You really can't.
Believe it.
Yep, put him in a situation that calls for a hood nigga, and he gonna be right there front and center. Straight up. So, it's still in me. That certified asshole is still in me. And I keep it. It's my strength. It's a part of me. We get along. Like, like eventually, the way Bruce Banner and the Hulk started to get along. You feel me?
There's a line in this song called fuck, I forget the name of the damn song, but it's a song by Hozier, or Hozier, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And like a big part of the bridge is don't ever tame your demon, but keep him on a leash. So it's kind of like that. Because I have found myself in situations where I feel the urge to say what I'm thinking. And what I'm thinking is always fucked up to some degree. To some degree. It's always a little fucked up. But I choose not to say it.
Yeah.
And like noticing that I choose not to say it is like, I want to tell you how lucky you are that I'm not being a dick right now, but that would defeat the purpose. Because if I tell you I'm not being an asshole,
right,
then you're going to know that there's fucked up stuff I want to say. And then what does human nature do?
So,
well, what was it you was going to say? Don't do this. Like,
right.
Don't do this.
Don't do this. Don't do this. Right. And so, it's that right there. So, with all the background information and asshole talk, when he told me that he had grandkids, you have no idea how hard it was for me to refrain from lyrically taking his grandkids and the kids who had those kids and drowning them off 2 by 2 face down in the tub.
I'm saving them from you because you're an embarrassment.
That's what I can do. Absolutely. I stand behind it. I ain't sorry for it. Sometimes you need that type of darkness and energy to keep these ignorant niggas at bay. But after he said that, I tried my best to give him an out. I did. I tried my best to give him out. I was like, yo, you need to stop and just leave.
Drop.
Leave the conversation. Just leave me alone.
Which is what you should have done last night. The fact that I need to tell you this.
Right.
It's fucking pathetic.
Because here, guys, listen. Anytime anybody tries to troll me this stupid ass way, they end up regretting it in the end. They always do, because, and what I mean, though, how do you know they regret it? Because at the end of it, they realize, as at WA, I was the straight up gangster, wrong nigga to fuck with. I was definitely the wrong one. Because you were, like I said it earlier, you're not going to out-talk me, and you ain't going to out-troll me. That's not going to happen. Not in a million years. I will go all day if necessary.
Because a lot of times it comes down to sometimes you just don't want to feel bad about the things you said. Because, I mean, if y'all want to know, like, the key to becoming a better person, learn how to be disgusted with yourself. The moment you can look at your actions and just be like, oh my God, I'm a garbage human. Yeah, like then you started learning. That's the key.
Look, real still. And I didn't want to take it there with his kids and his grandkids because I was going to do it. And the thoughts that had already crossed my mind upset me a little bit because I didn't want to. I would have ruined his day. All right? And I told the guy, I said, yo, you literally just gave me an atomic bomb. Please don't make me use it. And mind you, he's still talking shit. He's still trolling and still talking shit. And I'm looking like, man, I don't believe this guy. This guy just gave me some of the ultimate ammunition. If you know me, You know how things can get when it comes to shit talk. And you know how people can be very sensitive about their kids.
Please believe it.
He literally painted a big target on his back.
Oh my God.
And I had a whole double-barrel shotgun.
Couldn't do it. It was
Not even mid-range. I had the finger on the trigger, and then I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna. And I kept trying to tell him, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to save you right now. All right? Stop it. Walk away. I told him straight up, I said, because the only thing that is saving you is your crusty ass kid. So walk away. That is legit. The only thing that's saving you is them crusty ass kids. So walk away before I do something and ruin your entire Sunday. Before I say something, that is, and ruin your entire Sunday. He never stopped talking. Never stopped talking. Finger on the trigger. I told myself, Jay, don't pull the trigger. Just walk away. He's clearly an idiot. And he, Bugs Bunny says, he don't know you very well, do he? No. No, not at all. So I didn't take it there because I try not to be that person anymore. And plus, the entire conversation was going to get uploaded to Twitter, and it did. And I didn't want people, that met me as a full-on adult to look at me like, damn, dude, he is effed up. I don't know if I'm being cool with this cat too much longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
I chose. Right. So I chose not to. Mind you, I pretty much took the high road the entire time. Like, made you look foolish the entire time. And yeah. So. But to get back, yeah. He said, yeah, I got grandkids. You've been getting whooped on. You got your ass beat by a grandpappy. How do you feel about that? I've been whooping ass
since
87.
87.
So that confused the hell out of everybody on Twitter.
I was born in 89. He was born in 88. I'm 31, and he just hit 32.
Yep.
This motherfucker is at best 32, assuming his birthday hasn't hit yet. But most likely he's 33.
Right.
The only fucking way he has grandchildren is if he got somebody pregnant at like 12, and then the kid he had got somebody pregnant at 12. Because, that would mean that, he was a grandfather by the age. No, technically speaking, I guess he could have had him at 15. They could have all had him at 15, so he would have been a grandfather by 30. But still, it was like, you got grandchildren? It was like, you want me to just kill them now so they ain't gotta, deal with the cost of therapy from having you as a grandfather later on? Because I mean,
woo! It could have. You heard what he said. It could have went there. It could have went worse from there.
So
it could have went worse from there.
How many grandkids you got? Do you pimp them out? Is that how you get your PlayStation Plus each month? Because I can't imagine anybody would hire you because you seem fucking terrible. You seem like a terrible person. Like you make the owners of Patty's Pub seem like Christians, like normal Christians, everyday Christians. Give all their money to charity and live in cardboard box Christians.
Right.
You.
And Charlie's a full-blown idiot. He's smarter than he's smarter than this guy.
Please believe, Jesus Christ, dude. I was is this? You don't have friends, do you? You don't have any friends? I'm just assuming you don't have friends. I don't really need an answer. I'm just gonna assume I'm right because, look at you. Yikes.
Right.
you're a train wreck.
So by all means, folks, by all means, if you're watching this and you've enjoyed the little bit that you got, this ain't even really half in terms of detail. You can stop by my Twitter page. Matter of fact, you can stop by Diz's Twitter page because I tagged him in it. Matter of fact, I tagged him in the one from last night and the one from today. So you can either go to mine or you can go to his and find this fudgery. Because man, yeah, and it's like he said, they just come from me and just lose incredibly. Like they come from me and they end up losing. It's weird. The homie 41, the homie Mike was like, well, you really have a habit of attracting ain't shit niggas. And I'm like, man, tell me about it. Tell me about it. So yeah, when Diz was like, yeah, this has happened at least 3 times before. Oh, it's been happening farther back than that. But I've only been posting them to Twitter for like 3 or 4 times before now. And I tell everybody the exact same thing. And I'm still hoping Diz will maybe wake up and have some insight one day and be able to help me out.
Oh, I'm like I got for you is like it's just the fighting game community. It's not the biggest part of it, but it's enough of it. Like, 'cause I think there's something about being competitive in general that tends to make people assholes. Like, and I mean, like, it doesn't matter the sport, it doesn't matter the event, as long as like there's some sort of competition, even if they're not the ones competing. Like, you can see like how soccer hooligans like start, doing what they do. Golly. How soccer hooligans do what they do, and it just is what it is. Like, whenever there is some sort of competition, there always seem to be enough assholes in the situation to make the whole thing seem pointless to anybody outside the circle. And
and here's the funny thing. To chime in really quickly. It ain't just necessarily the FGC.
Oh no, it's not. It's definitely
my
not.
last set of hate mail came from Dead by Daylight,
which is
from a guy who wasn't the killer.
Right, somebody on your team was just mad, like
who died immediately. He died immediately, then blamed me for it. Well, Jay, did you try to save him? I couldn't. Well, what do you mean you couldn't? Well, him and another guy
his brothers
got hooked. They got hooked at the same time, right? Roughly the same time. So, we've been playing that game. We weren't even 6 or 7 minutes in before these idiots got found and died. Well, damn, Jay, you could at least traded hooks or done something. Here's the thing. The stage that we were at, there's a design flaw. I haven't played the game in a little bit, so I don't know if they patched it or what, but there is a design flaw. If you know the game, you know that the hooks are a nice grip of space apart. These 2 hooks specifically were not. They were damn near right next to each other. I don't know how that happened, but complete design flaw.
The design flaw is based on like other stages, so it's not like I don't like this. It's like no, like the stages have like a uniform idea as far as like how they work, and this one stage is like the outlier. It's like it changes all the fucking rules, which is something I hate in games. Like don't fucking set rules. I am going to kill you, you purple fuck. Like don't set rules in your game and then don't follow your own fucking rules. I ate shit on this one. Ugh. But yeah.
Yeah. So the killer had both of them hooked, and he stood there right in the middle.
Super lost.
Of both of them. There wasn't any debris or any kind of barricade in between these two hooks. They were literally right there in the open. He's literally just standing in the middle of both of them. Not far from each of them at all. So this guy dies. Mind you, he died immediately. No generators were done. Nothing. He attributed nothing to the entire thing.
Because my question is like, well, how come you didn't just trade hooks? What good would that have done the team? He sucked.
What? No,
like he sucked. He sucked.
What?
He got fucked.
Exactly.
But he also sucked. Like I'm not trading myself for somebody who clearly isn't very good. Like, just no. Like you were mad because you
normally
didn't play the game. That's what happened.
Look, normally I would have, right? I don't mind, especially if you're a player that's worth a damn. I really don't mind. I give myself to the killer to make sure Famous survives because he's like, personally, he's the best DVD player I know. So I would literally throw myself in front of the killer and get hooked just so he can make it, because I know he's gonna like save us all and we're gonna like win anyway. So, but this guy here, he was locked down, literally locked down with somebody else who was literally right there with him on another hook, and no generators were done. If you played the game enough, or played the game a lot like I have, you can read a situation. You can read how a set's going to go really just by the first few moments. Guaranteed, what would have happened, I would have traded hooks. His dumb ass was going to nowhere near be good enough to run away and succeed in hiding. He would have got his ass racked back up again, and then Famous would have been the only person just sitting there doing generators while we all sat and died. Because mind you, I would have told Famous, don't come save us. Matter of fact, that was the deal. When you're playing Dead by Daylight, there should always be at least one person working the generator. You can't win as a team without having them done. That's not how the game works. So if we're all busy getting hit, trying to make saves, and getting hooked, who the hell is fixing the generator so we can leave?
And that's why I said, like, the whole thing is, it seems like he just wants to be able to play the game. And he's mad at you because, for what it's worth, he wasn't good enough to be able to continue playing the game.
Exactly. Oh, exactly. Exactly. He wasn't good enough to not get found. That's what that was. That's what that was. He wasn't good enough to not be seen. He wasn't good enough to get into a chase and actually get away. No, he wasn't good to play enough to play the game, and he blamed me for all of it.
You as an individual is the weird part, because I'd have been like, did you message anybody else? Because we weren't the only two in there. Well, you were closest to me, and like anybody, who cared enough about your ass, or the team, I guess, would have done something that... This ain't my fault. Like, don't come to me with your sad sackery.
Look, there is often where a killer can be either good enough or have perks that will make him good enough to find himself in such a crazy situation, such as that, where he has hooked two people not 6 minutes into the game and they're close enough and in blatant visibility, and it was like damn near right next to each other, to where if you tried anything, it was going to be a wrap for you too. Look, anyway, I done dove off into talking about that nonsense. And hold on, that ain't the first time I done got hate mail on Dead by Daylight for not dropping everything I was doing to save a nigga who wasn't good enough to not get seen.
I hate this stage. I do.
Straight up.
I hate this goddamn stage.
Straight up.
Because you're not good at it. No shit. Yes, that's exclusively why I don't like this stage. Because I'm bad at it. Like, what other reason could you ever have to dislike a Mario Kart stage? I don't like it because I'm hard at it. Because it's hard for me. Duh. The same reason I don't like Bayonetta. She's hard to fight against. The end. Stupid. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to come in first, goddammit.
In closing, there are 5 generators that need to be fixed. If you're playing with a killer in Dead by Daylight and this ain't his first day, he knows he's gonna know your basic human reaction. He's gonna know which generators to check first.
Because he's played on the other side before.
Right. And he's played killer and survivor long enough to know, all right, this is where they dropped me off at. The closest generator's right there, but I know they didn't spawn nobody right there. So I'm finna go check this one over here. Oh, lo and behold, I done the spider done caught himself a fly, right? Here's the thing. If you have any sort of experience in Dead by Daylight and you spawn right next to a generator, do yourself a favor, especially if you're the only one that spawns in that area, because there's a 50% chance you spawn closest to the killer. Do not start working on that generator. Hide for a second, because in less than 60 seconds, you're going to hear his terror radius, and he's going to come by and look and make sure ain't nobody over there. That is literally, that's going to happen 85 to 90% of the time. So it would be a good idea to not start working on it, because those that don't know Dead by Daylight, he can hear when a generator is getting fixed, especially if you don't have a perk to quiet that machinery thing. So when you start, try not, don't start the game sprinting and running. Don't even stand straight up. Just haunch it, observe your area, move quietly.
Jesus Christ. I can't believe it happened.
Wait about a minute.
The game gave it to me.
Maybe even a minute. Yeah, wait about at most a minute. And make sure that the killer ain't there before you start working on that generator. Because I'm telling you, he's going to make a beeline straight for that mug you spawned in. And check and make sure ain't nobody over there. These guys that send me hate mail through Dead by Daylight obviously don't know that. So I get blamed.
It's my fault. You
and
know
I
how to
get
play.
told that and I get told that I'm making rookie mistakes, early rank mistakes of quote unquote baby plays. You're making baby plays. Like you don't even know what you're doing. Blah blah blah.
I
That's
didn't
the
get
nigga
caught. You
who
did.
died.
The fuck?
Right. That's the nigga who died. Last time I checked. Hold on, let me look. I'm still alive. You, on the other hand, got dead because you're not good enough.
But it wouldn't have happened had you been better at the game. That makes no sense.
Right.
You wouldn't have got a speeding ticket if I drove better. Alright?
Right, exactly. Nigga, you have your own controller and your own punk ass PlayStation. Play your punk ass console and shut the fuck up. Get better at it. The rest of us didn't get caught, nigga. You did. Plain and simple. But yeah. I'm for the hate mail. I'm all for it. Absolutely. I love
Personally,
it.
I hate it.
It's a part of the internet. It's a part of the internet. You can't hide from it, especially in games that have any type of online competition.
Yes. That's one of the reasons I don't really like playing online. Like, I think like they saved that with the Switch. Or the Switch saves that because there is no fuck out of here. There is no like way to message people on the Switch. So if you start losing, you just start losing. Like there ain't no way to let somebody know that you're unhappy with them. Fuck, way better than last time. Thank you. Goodness gracious.
Yep. That's true. That is absolutely true.
So the moral of today's
And
episode. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
Go
I
ahead.
got it. No, there's a couple more load screens, so finish that up.
There are also a couple of games that are out there that do not have in-game chat for that reason.
Yeah.
They don't have it. One I know, there are others that I can't remember off the top of my head, but one I know specifically is Street Fighter V.
Yeah.
Fighter 5 does not have in-game chat. And I think that sucks. Simply because you're losing out on the experience. It may sound crazy, I know, but Diz can't stand it. The homie Nate Boogie can't stand it either, which is why those two don't play online like that. And I get it. You want to get online and chill and play and be cool. Believe me, so do I. But I'm telling y'all, man, y'all missing out sometimes, man. Niggas be out here going crazy.
Look, in my past experiences, what was it? Back, this is an old story. That one time me and you played, because when we played Black Ops, I never played Black Ops online. Like I played online with you, we do combat training, but we rarely ever jumped into online matches because I wasn't good at the game. Like I wasn't good against people, but I was great against the PC. And there was that one time I was on the phone with you, and we were playing Black Ops, and I was just talking. For shits and giggles, I was running color commentary. I was having a blasty blast. And when we were done, you were like, okay, you can turn your mic off now. And I was like, what? My mic's not on. It was like, and it was in that moment, you realize, holy shit, you didn't know they could hear you. I was like, no. And like, cause my PlayStation, I was like plugged in. I didn't know it had a mic on it. No idea.
Yeah,
I did not know it
the
had a
place-
microphone.
Yeah.
And so everybody heard. I was saying nothing was bad, like at all. It was just a whole lot of like, good game team, we'll get it next time. Don't worry. Like a lot of just goofball shit. And I'm sure like somebody probably playing it way too seriously was like, ugh, I wish you shut the fuck up. But I'm pretty sure somebody thought it was funny. It's like, but no, I couldn't hear them because I had my TV muted. I didn't hear shit.
Yeah, the PlayStation Eyes definitely came with a that was what that little metal steel kind of mesh material was.
Yeah, the bar on
at
top
the top of it.
the
That was
eye,
the microphone.
I know that now. But the moral of the story is, y'all, like, if you're going to play online, first off, just don't be a sore loser. Don't be the dickhead who wins and then has something negative to say. Just don't. Don't agitate. Don't agitate the motherfucker you just beat because it makes you look like a complete cock. You're a total cunt for doing it, and you honestly might run into somebody who has no boundaries as far as like what they are willing to say to you. And like just don't. It's an all around bad move. And just don't do it online in general. Don't be an asshole. Like I know like saying don't be an asshole is such a very general, like, well, duh statement. But you'd be surprised how many people clearly need to be told to stop being an asshole.
Oh, yeah. Oh, matter of fact, there's one story before, which was not that long ago. There was a guy who was talking reckless, and I told him to join the party chat, talk to me like a man. He refused to do it, and his response was because he didn't want to jump into a chat and end up getting his account hacked by some upset little pussy. And I was like, is he serious? Does he feel that the only way he can get hacked is if he joined the chat? No, pimpin'.
Wow,
that's how hacking works.
Like, first off, that dude was black. I just want y'all to know that. That dude was black. The only games he played was whatever he was playing in Madden. He don't know shit about technology at all. And even if he does, like, that's just a stupid excuse. Like, that was the worst excuse you could have came up with. You are retarded. Either way, y'all, this we added this motherfucker. Oh, shit. If it wasn't the week before this went up, it's coming next week. WWE Battlegrounds. And it's a fucking nightmare of a game. But it's kind of hilarious. So.
We gonna talk about that. We got you.
Y'all. We out of here. Peace.